Well, it's the middle of November and it's in the high 50s here, which is rather strange for this time of year. But that means it's a great time to do some practice for Winter Field Day coming up the end of January. So it is nighttime and I have my portable Winter Field Day setup here deployed in the backyard. So let's go take a look. So here is the red pop-up snow shelter, which comfortably can fit, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 people. So this deploys really, really easily. And then antenna wise, I have a trap 17 and 30 meter dipole. I'm sorry if you hear the ducks in the background. Bunch of characters always laughing at me. Anyway, so 1730 dipole, reflective paracord. Can't really see it up there, but you got a 31-foot jack height pole supporting the dipole. Comes down here. I have some anchors in the ground. So it's a really easy deploy. I have a collar with some clips, all self-supporting. This goes up in just a few minutes. We got the feed line coming in, going over the top of the shelter, and all the windows have Velcro on the inside, so it's easy to pass wires in to the shelter. So now let's go have a look at a bare bones Winter Field Day setup. So I have the zip door open, and I'll go through every device and item that's in the shelter. So here I have a small metal table with a buddy heater. Now, even though it is in the mid-50s, I have this on low, and I'll tell you, it's nice and toasty in here with the door open. I'm killing off a propane tank that I had left over from last year. So again, safety first, keep it away from the walls of the tent. Elevated, but this thing works amazing. Have a chair, folding table with some anti-skid backing, meant for use in like a shelf or a closet. And then what else do we have? Water, always important to have that. Smartphone, reading material, this month's issue of 2600 magazine, which I'll tell you why I have some reading material here in a moment. One of my ubiquitous Velcro zip ties, which always come in handy. Inside this insulated bag is a lithium polymer battery. It's a 12 amp hour pack, which seemingly lasts forever. I have that connected to power the Icom 705, which I've set up on the small tripod. And you got the mic. I have a ZM2 tuner because I wanted to adjust for best SWR. The trap dipole that I have, typically I mount it only about 20 foot off the ground, but when I went 30 foot, the SWR changed, so I would have to lengthen the legs, but I'll just trick it and use a tuner. And then I have an iPad mini, so I figured I'd sit out here, play some FT8, and you could see that I got the waterfall going here on the 705, and oh, sorry about that. It's my new toy flashlight that I got at Sierra. It's a small AAA battery powered light, but what I like about this is that it has interchangeable LEDs, so it goes from white to red to green to blue and then to off. So pretty handy. And then the only other thing in here aside from myself is this little light that I have mounted up here on the top of the snow shelter. I think I got this at Walmart, and I can change this to red or flashing, which serves no purpose, or white or dim. So that's it. That's all I have in here. And now let's go and take a look at FT8. So I recently bought the SDR Control app, which is a $50 app. And I never wanted to buy an Apple product, but I figured, hey, I'll buy an iPad mini just because I wanted to use this app. So that's what this is. And then that pairs over Wi-Fi to the Icom 705. Let's see if I could turn the, there we go. So that creates a connection over Wi-Fi to the 705. You can see that 30 meters is pretty active right now. And if we go and look at the screen here, I'll just back out, go to the waterfall mode. So this is synchronized to the 705. Let's see if I could get a view here. So if I'm moving around on the VFO knob on the 705, you can see me sweeping around. And as I zoom in here, this is one of the cool things I like with this, is that on the SDR control app, if you're doing FT8, not only does it show you the signals, it also shows you the call signs, which is kind of neat. So you just go here, click FT8, and it's super easy. You just go and select whatever band that you want. In this case I'm on 30 meters, and then all you do is you hit receive. Let me turn the volume up on the iPad. You can hear the usual FT8 type of sound. And then after it runs through a cycle, we'll start to see some of the call signs pop up here on the display. You can see the taskbar up at the top. Alright, and now, for the cool part, is if I hit map, it'll show me map. You can see where the gray line is. That changes from day to night. It is 7:30 Eastern time here. You can see that 30 is nice and wide open. My trap dipole is working quite well. Contact all the way down here. Let's see who that is. HC1M. We can click into any of these. Scattering across Europe. Let's see who's Spain, Italy, Greece. Where is this? Y05LD. Well, not bad. On receive, and then here's I have this up now. The dipole I do have oriented. I'll turn the sound down here. I do have the dipole oriented east-west, which explains why I'm getting this coverage. I bet if I moved it around to a different location, I'd probably get more up towards Canada and down the eastern seaboard. But otherwise I have this trap dipole oriented east-west. And that's it. Basic winter field day setup with the bare minimal. Radio, tuner, iPad. Get also log contacts on here. So if I exit out, I can go and pull up hammers as an example. So everything really nice and self-contained. Really small, low footprint type of setup. Not cheap, but very low footprint. And the battery, water, and that's why I figured I'd bring this copy of 2600 out here, because if I'm playing FT8, that's kind of automated. So I figure I'll see what's going on in the world of hackers and stuff. So that's it for me. Here's Steve K2GOG. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you hopefully down the log during Winter Field Day, operating as November 2 Hotel Victor Delta from a yet-to-be-determined location. 73 for now.